Welcome to Miss Tricky Travels. On today's episode, we visit the mountain town of Talkeetna, Alaska, to learn about the sport of dog mushing at Dallas Seavey, six-time Iditarod Champions Kennel. Let's learn more about the history of the Iditarod while being pulled through the boreal forest by these friendly, hardworking Iditarod champion Alaskan Huskies. The Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race is a super exciting adventure that teaches us about Alaska's past and its amazing wilderness. Imagine a time long ago when there were no cars or airplanes, especially in the huge snowy land of Alaska. For thousands of years, people had a special way to travel, with dog sleds. Traveling by dog sled, also called mushing, was really important for living in Alaska, especially in faraway places where cars couldn't go. Native Alaskan people were experts at this. They raised strong, tough dogs like the Alaskan Malamute and the Siberian Husky. These dogs were perfect for pulling sleds with people and heavy things over long distances in the snow and ice. Mushing helped communities stay connected, brought supplies, and even delivered mail in the winter. A famous story from 1925 shows how important dog sleds were. A team of brave sled dogs carried life-saving medicine 674 miles to save the town of Nome from a sickness. They did it in just 5 days. People still remember that amazing journey today. But later, new things like snowmobiles, which Alaskans call snow machines, became popular. It looked like dog sledding might disappear. So, in the early 1970s, some people had a great idea to start the Iditarod Race. They wanted to honor the brave sled dogs and mushers who had kept this tradition alive. They also wanted to show how strong and determined these teams could be, and to celebrate that heroic 1925 medicine run to Nome. The very first Iditarod race happened in 1973. It quickly became a yearly event that people all over the world learned about, bringing new attention to dog sledding and its deep roots in Alaska. The Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race happens every year, usually starting in early March. It's a very long and hard journey, about 1,000 miles across Alaska. It goes from a town called Willow all the way to the finish line in Nome. The exact distance can change a little each year, but it's always over 1,000 miles of tough land. An Iditarod team has a musher, that's the person driving the sled like you see in this video, and 16 amazing sled dogs. Every dog is super important to the team. They all have to work together to get through the snow and difficult weather. The musher is the leader. They guide the sled and decide when to rest or how fast to go. But the real stars are the dogs. These dogs are usually a kind called Alaskan Huskies. They are specially raised to be strong, fast, and able to run for a very long time. Each dog has a special job. For example, lead dogs run at the front, showing the way and making turns. Wheel dogs are closer to the sled and help with the heavy pulling. What makes the Iditarod so special, though, is how wild and different the land is that it crosses. Most of the race happens far away from roads. That means the only ways to get to parts of the trail are by plane, dog sled, or snowmobile. Mushers and their teams travel through big forests, over frozen rivers, and across wide, flat areas called the Arctic tundra. They also have to climb over huge mountains like the Alaska Range. Sometimes they face really steep climbs and dangerous slides in snowstorms. Near the end of the race, teams even travel over sea ice along the coast, where the ice can move and change quickly. Because the trail is so far away from cities and roads, it makes the race even harder. There are no paved roads, just the trail marked with signs. The places where mushers can rest and get supplies are often small, remote villages. If something goes wrong, it could take hours or even days for help to arrive. This means the Iditarod isn't just about how fast you are. It's also about surviving and never giving up in one of the wildest places on Earth. But now, the Iditarod, like many things connected to nature, is facing new problems because of climate change. Alaska is getting warmer much faster than other parts of the world. This warming is melting glaciers and sea ice. It's also making the ground that stays frozen all year, called permafrost, start to melt. When permafrost melts, it can damage roads, buildings, and pipes. These changes in the environment affect the Iditarod. Warmer weather and less snow have made the people who organized the race change the route many times. For example, the race's starting point had to move from Wasilla to Willow in 2008 because there wasn't enough snow and more buildings were being built there. In some years, like 2003, 2015, and 2017, there wasn't enough snow in Willow, so the race had to start even further north in Fairbanks, Alaska. Less snow and ice that isn't as strong also make travel more dangerous for the dog teams. This could even threaten the old traditions that the Iditarod celebrates. Even with these problems, people are working hard to keep this important cultural event going. The organizers are looking for ways to change the race schedule and route to deal with the changing climate. The Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race is still a strong symbol of never giving up, working as a team, and having an amazing adventure. It reminds us of the special friendship between mushers and their dogs, and the wild, beautiful land of Alaska. It continues to teach and inspire new kids about the strong spirit of Alaska. Thank you so much for joining our journey today. Today's episode was filmed at Dallas Seavey's kennels in Talkeetna, Alaska. The information shared in this video came from the United States Environmental Protection Agency and Turning Heads Kennel.